next song I'm going to do for you is an instrumental song. It's called Freedom Road. I wrote this in 2015. Many of you remember when several Winnipeggers, myself, and many of you and different churches got involved as allies with Shoal Lake 40 First Nation, just outside of Winnipeg, to have a road built for them. And it was a hard-fought battle, but the road did get approved and funded and built. And I'm going to tell you that story in just a minute. I ended up writing a song about it, but I've never really reported, so I thought I should let you know exactly that. It got done, and it's a really, really good story. And last week, Jay and myself and Dave drove out there to get some shots so we could show you a little bit. But let me tell you the story first. So in 2015, Shoal Lake 40 won a long and hard-fought battle when three levels of government jointly committed $30 million to correct a century-old injustice. So back in 1917, the community was forcibly removed from their traditional lands so that Winnipeg could build a 150-kilometer aqueduct beginning on their site in order to provide Winnipeg with clean drinking water. And the community was relocated to a nearby peninsula that turned into an island when a channel was dug to divert murky water away from the mouth of the aqueduct. I wish you could see it. If I had a map, you could sort of see why it worked the way it did. But at that point, Shoal Lake 40 was effectively marooned without safe passage to the mainland, without an all-weather access road connecting them to the Trans-Canada Highway and the goods and services that access makes possible. So the hardships endured from the forced isolation include the loss of lives, as people were sometimes forced to cross the channel in early spring and winter when the ice wasn't able to support people or vehicles. And then to make matters much worse, the community has lived with a 24-year boil water advisory put in place in 1997 when toxins were found in the water that are dangerous to humans. And so Winnipeg, of course, solved that problem with a water treatment plant, but Shoal Lake 40 was left to suffer a quarter century without access to clean drinking water. So in 2015, money was finally committed by three levels of government: Winnipeg, the city, Manitoba, the province, and then Canada federally. And Shoal Lake led the three levels of government in the construction of Freedom Road, which began in March of 2017 and was completed ahead of schedule and under budget in June of 2019. Now, with the completion of the road came a whole other domino effect that has since led to the construction of a beautiful new school, kindergarten to grade 7, and a state-of-the-art water treatment plant that opened September 15th last month, which now delivers safe drinking water to every home in the community. There are adults there who have never drunk water out of their taps and now can. So it's a pretty good story. And this is all a remarkable testament to the successes made possible through partnerships that support Indigenous-led solutions. So it's a great story. I wanted to show you a little film. We went out there last week and got shots. This moves really, really quick just because of the format. We didn't want this to be too long, so it's just a few minutes. It moves very fast, but you're going to see the road. You're going to see the quarry. You're going to see the school. You're going to see the water treatment plant. You're going to you'll see a picture of Daryl Red Sky, who became a good friend in that process. And so take a look, and then I'll come back with the song. So we've just pulled over. We're about 150 kilometers from Winnipeg. We're on the highway number 1, the Trans-Canada Highway, and we're just approaching the juncture of highway number 1 and Freedom Road. So we'll show you the signs just because it's a beautiful thing to see. There's Shoal Lake 40 First Nation. So here we are at the mouth of Freedom Road and highway number 1. It goes about 20 kilometers plus that direction to the heart of the community. The road goes through forest and rock and bog, so that makes it complicated with our winters here. So it's a bit of a complicated construction so that it can be a hard enough road to be an all-weather road. But they got it done under budget and under time. It's quite a story. Okay, follow me. I think this is the bridge over. There's two bridges that were part of Freedom Road. One was over the channel that was dug as a diversion to take muddy water away from the aqueduct opening. And the other was actually over the aqueduct itself. And I'm pretty sure this is the aqueduct. So just follow me and we'll see. Smell skunk? Too bad we can't do aromas with the visuals here because it's a little skunky. The dead animal on the road there. Okay, I'm going to check with Daryl Redsky when we get into the community, but I believe this is the aqueduct. This goes, the whole way to Winnipeg, which is about 150 kilometers. And it takes, I'm guessing the aqueduct itself is underneath the water here, and it siphons about, I think, 100,000 gallons of water a day potentially into the city of Winnipeg from Shoal Lake. Go back to the car and continue our journey. Okay, this is the bridge over the channel that effectively turned the peninsula into an island. It's not that big, it's not impressive as a channel, but it was enough to sort of, in a sense, maroon folks if you don't have a bridge across and you don't have a road on the other side. So this is the old dock area for the barge that for years and years and years connected Shoal Lake 40 to the mainland on the other side. That's Shoal Lake 39 on the other side, and you could pick up a road there back to the highway. And so in this pass here, which isn't that very big, during, of course, the problem was in spring and in fall when you've got ice. There's quite a lot of time where the ice isn't strong enough to hold a car, the winter roads, all those sorts of things. And so there's many situations where people lost their lives because they had to get to a hospital or something, and they risked driving over in their cars or walking over and went through. So this is the site that old barge used to come park right up here and take 3 or 4 cars at a time across to the mainland.